The Minority Market. Episode 62. Building Identity as a Disciplined Market Participant. Success in markets is not only about strategies, indicators, or financial knowledge. It is about identity. How you see yourself determines how you behave. The majority sees themselves as gamblers, tip followers, or opportunity chasers. The minority builds a different identity, that of a disciplined market participant. This identity shapes every decision, every reaction, and every habit. Your identity is the story you repeat to yourself. If you believe you are someone who takes shortcuts, you will look for easy money. If you believe you are someone who reacts emotionally, you will act impulsively. If you believe you are disciplined, patient, and structured, your behavior slowly aligns with that belief. Markets reward identity-driven behavior more than temporary motivation. Many beginners rely on motivation. Motivation is emotional and unstable. It comes and goes. Discipline, on the other hand, is identity-based. When discipline becomes part of who you are, you do not need constant inspiration. You act correctly even when you do not feel like it. That is the power of identity. Building this identity starts with small actions. Every time you follow your rules, you reinforce the identity of a disciplined participant. Every time you wait patiently instead of chasing a trade, you strengthen that identity. Every time you manage risk properly, you tell your brain that this is who you are. Small, consistent actions create long-term transformation. The majority often defines themselves by outcomes. If they win, they feel confident. If they lose, they feel broken. The minority defines themselves by behavior. They measure success by execution quality, rule adherence, and emotional control. This creates internal stability that does not depend on market outcomes. Another important shift is moving from ego-driven identity to process-driven identity. Ego wants to be right. Ego wants recognition. Ego wants quick validation. Process-focused identity wants consistency, improvement, and long-term growth. When you remove ego from decision-making, emotional pressure decreases significantly. Your environment also influences identity. The content you consume, the people you follow, and the conversations you engage in shape your mindset. If you surround yourself with hype, tips, and shortcuts, your identity weakens. If you surround yourself with disciplined thinking and long-term perspectives, your identity strengthens. Choose your influences carefully. Language plays a powerful role. The way you talk to yourself matters. Instead of saying, "I hope this trade works," say, "I will follow my plan regardless of outcome." Instead of saying, "I need to recover this loss," say, "I will protect my process." These small language shifts reprogram your mindset over time. Another key aspect is emotional ownership. Disciplined participants take responsibility for their decisions. They do not blame markets, news, or other people. They analyze mistakes calmly and improve behavior. Responsibility strengthens identity. Victim mentality weakens it. Consistency builds credibility with yourself. When you keep promises to yourself, such as respecting risk limits or avoiding impulsive trades, self-trust grows. This self-trust is more valuable than external validation. It creates inner confidence that remains stable during volatile markets. One powerful exercise is identity visualization. Imagine yourself behaving calmly during losses, staying patient during slow periods, and executing rules without hesitation. Visualizing this behavior trains your brain to adopt that identity. When real situations occur, your reactions become more controlled. Another practice is habit stacking. Attach disciplined actions to daily routines. For example, reviewing trades at the same time each day or planning positions at a fixed schedule. Routine strengthens identity because it removes emotional decision-making. The minority also understands that identity is built through discomfort. Discipline often feels uncomfortable at first. Waiting feels boring. Following rules feels restrictive. Avoiding impulsive trades feels frustrating. But each uncomfortable choice strengthens the disciplined identity. Identity is not built overnight. It is shaped through repetition. There will be setbacks. There will be emotional mistakes. What matters is returning to structure consistently. Progress comes from persistence, not perfection. When you build a disciplined identity, your relationship with the market changes. You stop chasing validation. You stop reacting emotionally. You start acting with clarity. The market becomes a place of structured participation instead of emotional struggle. This identity also improves life beyond markets. Discipline strengthens focus, patience, and self-control in other areas. The habits you build here compound into personal growth. Remember, markets do not reward knowledge alone. They reward behavior. Behavior is controlled by identity. If you want long-term success, do not just build strategies. Build the person who can execute them consistently. Ask yourself daily, what would a disciplined market participant do in this situation? Then act accordingly. Over time, this question becomes automatic. Your identity shifts naturally. The minority is not born different. They are built through conscious behavior choices repeated over time. When you commit to building this identity, you are no longer chasing success. You are becoming the type of person who attracts it naturally. Building identity is slow, silent, and powerful. When discipline becomes who you are, markets stop controlling your emotions. You begin controlling your actions. That is when real transformation begins.